Hello everyone, my name is Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that takes about 5 minutes to watch. And this story today is written by Richard Wagamese. He is an Ojibway from First Nations in northwestern Ontario. And the name of the book is One Story, One Song. And the chapter I'm going to read to you is called What We Share. There's an airy sort of confidence in knowing that you've seen your share of ups and downs. Staying on your feet, answering the bell for the next round, is what we mean by maturity. But for many years, I found it difficult to see my life as anything but a series of injustices and slights. Being a Native person seemed a prescription for agony. I wrestled with the need to square the deal. For a long time, my main motivation was payback. Every success, every forward step was an opportunity for showmanship, for sneering in the face of society. I had a look what I can do despite you sort of swagger. Anger creates barriers. Resentment builds distance. But I didn't know that then. All I knew was that indifference relayed back to the source was what life asked for me, and I was hell-bent on delivering it. It made things difficult, that constant measuring up. Some good people are no longer in my life because of my relentless culture and political one-upmanship. I broke hearts and relationships because I couldn't see any other way of easing the churning in my belly. And then I met Jack Kakakaway. Jack was an Ojibway man who'd fought in the war, beat the bottle, found his cultural center, and reclaimed a ceremonial traditional life for himself. He was a teacher, and a good one. I think he saw a lot of himself in me. He recognized the angst, the feeling of being lost that was masked as protest. Jack Kakakaway understood my heart and spirit far better than I did. And when he began to guide me, I think that was his own form of payback, a thanks for the gift of grace in his life. He led me to ritual and the stories of my people. He helped me to see who I was and led me to a vision of who I might become. Jack and I were talking one day about the challenges I saw to my burgeoning sense of identity. I spouted off about the Canadian mosaic and the displacement I felt as a First Nations person. I felt threatened by the new Multiculturalism Act. I believed it was an assimilation document that could cause us to lose our identities and our rights as First Peoples. Jack listened, as he always did, with an expression. I couldn't quite read half a smile at the corner of his lips. Then he said something I'll never forget. All tribal people are the same. He took his time answering when I asked him what he meant. Elders do a lot of that. They force you to sit with your question so that you understand there are no simple answers in matters of the soul. By making you wait, they help you to develop patience. They guide you to mindfulness and a sharpened ability to listen. There are no pure cultures anymore, Jack said finally. He meant that everyone has to let go of something in order to get something else. As First Nations people, he said, we had to let go of snowshoes and toboggans and get snowmobiles and pickup trucks. We had to let go of smoke signals to get telephones. Ultimately, we had to let go of our languages to speak English. It was the same for everyone everywhere, he said. The world asks us to sacrifice something in order to be included. What we need to look for in this world, Jack Kakakaway told me, are the things we share, There are as many things that make us the same as there are those that make us different. The difficulty is in seeing them. The things that join us are as basic as breathing, as small as a tear. We all began as people huddled in a band around a fire in the night. We all long for the comfort of a voice in the darkness. We've all sacrificed part of our identity to become a part of the whole. What we've lost is what binds us, what makes us the same. Old Jack has been gone more than 16 years now, but I've always remembered his teaching. It changed my life. I moved away from my us and them mentality and started looking for what makes people alike. And that's what life really asks of us. And it's the most humble yet profound gift we can offer one another. What a beautiful story. Thank you, Richard Wagamese. What a beautiful story. So thanks for taking 5, and blessings on your day.